So it was a bit strange growing up with a grandfather that was obviously quite well known to the older generation because he's, he tells you all these stories and these amazing things, and you'd see people like he used to get up every day and go and walk into the town centre and get a newspaper, and he'd get stopped and greeted by people, and anytime he'd tell you a story or you'd meet these people, you almost didn't believe what he was saying. It sounds crazy to say, but you always thought it was like a bit of a joke. So one of the stories that you won't hear in the books was one time my grandfather, who was at an airport. To give you a bit of an insight into my grandfather, he was very outgoing. He'd be the first person to come up to you and say, "Oh, how are you? How are the kids? How's the wife?" and all that kind of stuff. And one time he was in an airport, and he'd seen Pelé in the airport, and Pelé was sort of the only figure that he was a bit nervous to go and say hi. Obviously it's Pelé, and when he walked past him, Pelé actually stopped him and said, "Oh, Tom, it's fantastic to see you. How are you? How are things going?" And that was a moment that really, really stuck out to him, I think, because he tells that story quite often, or he did tell that story quite often.